Hi, my name's Mark and welcome to Membership Websites. So, are you using the business import tool with Brilliant Directories? The business import tool can be found in the back end of the website by going to My Members, Business Data. And this will bring up the business import tool. Now, this is just a demo site. There's only 100 credits on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to import some businesses. So I'm just going to do a very small import just to show you how this function sort of works. So the business category, you might need to search different things in terms of types of businesses or services. So let's have a look for pet shops. Pet shops. Okay, so there's no match found for pet shops. Let's go to look at pets. So there's a match there for pets. Let's see if we just put pet in there. So pet care, pet services, um, pet food, and animal feeds. So that might bring some things in relation to pet shops or pet stores, if we're referring to pet food or animal feed. um you can also search business names as well. So in the UK we have a shop called Pets at Home. So you could search for a business name as well, to see if there are any matches. But I tend to use a business category structure. When you go down here, you can put a location, and you can make that location quite specific as well. We're just going to search the United States. Now, this section is quite important down here, because if you're doing a search without selecting any of these options, then you're going to get a lot of information put into your site that maybe isn't correct or isn't as up to date or fulfilling as you would like. So, what I would always suggest is that you always tick the first three, because by ticking the first three, it's going to give you enough information about the business that you're then going to be able to update the listing accordingly. So, for example, the email address, if you don't tick that, you're going to get a lot of businesses come through with a generic email address, something like import, business import at, or whatever. So I would always recommend that you have the business email address, because if you don't, then how are you going to reach out to the business to say, look, we've created a listing, you're on this website, and so on and so forth. I would also recommend you have the contact number. If I was going to untick any one of these three items, however, I would choose to untick the phone number if I had to. But I would always recommend that you tick the first three. Now, you could do a search with this one as well. And what I tend to do is do searches with all four. And then if I'm not getting a good amount of responses back from them searches, then I'll do it with three. I will usually never import a business with less than three these top three ticked. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll tick all four and we'll see if there are any that come up for pet feed. So there's only one. So we'll go back again. We're going to untick this one, and then search again just to see. So it's only gone from one to two. Okay, but I wouldn't go beyond that, because if you go beyond that and start unticking these, let's just untick them and then let's just search and see how many there is. There's seven, but the five the additional five that are there now, they might actually be not very valuable, in terms of we might not actually be able to connect the information with a physical business. So therefore, you're just wasting your credits. So I would always have all three, um, if not all four. So we're going to search for the records. We're going to import these, just these two, and then we're going to select the appropriate categories for these. So let's see if we can find. It's been a while since I've seen the categories just in here. So pet services, we'll put it in pet services. and we'll put in pet stores. Okay, so we selected our categories. I don't think there are any subcategories in this, and we might want to assign them an appropriate membership plan. So, what I would recommend that you do is have a claim listing plan. We don't have one. We're just going to assign a membership plan one. Okay. Import, yes, continue, and you can see the import started and it's finished. So it's just finding the logos, and it's just geocoding the records as well. Let's go to search members so that we can actually see them in the back end of the website. So these are the two businesses that have been imported. We can see that they have email addresses and they also have contact numbers, which was a couple of the stipulations that we asked for. And we can see they also have a website attached to them as well. Now, they might have logos. The logos don't load straight away. So the logos might come up sort of within a couple more minutes. And the logos might appear as they import across. But if we log in, as one of the members, we can see what information is in the account. So we can see that certainly two fields aren't complete. The logo and is also missing on the basic information. Let's look at the additional details. So it's assigned a subcategory, but there's no other information in there. So let's go to About Me. And when you get there, you can see how the information is presented. And I would certainly do a lot more with this to add some value to the listing, so that the search engines pick it up. There's a good amount of information in here. You could drop this into ChatGPT and get it to expand on the information. You could also research the website and collect some unique information from there. Be careful if you are using anything on the website to make sure that it's your own content. Otherwise, there might be copyright issues and stuff like that there. But yeah, I would certainly dress this listing up a lot more. Add some title sections, some H2, H3, H4 sections within the content and bulk it out. But I hope that gives you some idea in relation to business imports on your directory website. I hope you found that useful, and thanks for watching.